Hey guys, so just popping out a review for this Archero game. I'm pretty sure I can't pull that up. So basically, if you haven't watched the ads, it's not anything like the ads, but you have all these different characters to pick one. This one's about the best one. I think it actually is the best one based on HP stats and the attack stat. As you can see, your attacks cause an enhanced holy effect, so that's all pretty cool. You go through and you get all these different equipment, gray being the lowest, and then when you get 3 of each you can upgrade them. So like you'll upgrade it to green and then blue and then purple. And one thing I didn't know is I thought purple was the highest level. You actually get when you get 3 of each purple you can upgrade it. And so this one with the gold trim around it is a perfect epic. And so as you can see, I've only got a couple of those. But like here's the fusion, so see, you got 3. Fuse it together. Sadly, when you do this, you don't get any experience or anything, but you do level up, and with each thing they get kind of like a new effect. So like when it becomes green, it'll get a crit, and then when it goes up from there to purple, it'll get an attack. With like your armor though, as it goes up to purple, you'll get more stuff, but the like deals flame damage, that came at the purple. That did not come with perfect epic, so it came with epic, not. And so you can go here. It's pretty nice that they'll give you one of these common golden chests every day, and then like you see, like it takes about 6 days to get a free obsidian chest. You typically get some good stuff, like if you're pretty low. Right now, and as you level up with like up in the left-hand corner, that level, you get to randomly, you don't get to pick a stat upgrade, but it randomly generates you a new one. As you can see, like I don't get one till the next level. So it's got a few maps. This is the starter map, and I've gotten, let's see, where am I? Okay, so here I am, and it's still got a decent amount more. And once you get kind of up there, you're not really going to go through them really quick. I'm at the level 2 because they've opened up and started these battle seasons. So basically each time it's killed 300 enemies, so it doesn't like go up insanely. I think for season 2, like I played it pretty quick, and I think I knocked it all out to level 16 here in like a couple hours. On the right, you have to purchase the battle pass. The battle pass has only been $5 each time, so that's still pretty cool. And that just gives you some extra stuff, as you can see. And the green gems, you don't have to buy them. You can earn them in the game. It's pretty slow, but I mean, you get like 20, 30 here and there, so I mean, it can add up to help a little bit. So at the start of each game, for me, you're going to choose one of your abilities. I typically like to go with the abilities that kind of will stack up pretty well, so we'll see if I can get those throughout the video. And each time you'll get to roll for some free coin. The coin value goes up as you advance to the next levels. And so as you can see in the ad that I saw, it did not work like this. It seemed more like a dungeon defense game. This one, you get to move all around the map. You will only fire when you're not moving. So you kind of have to go around. And we should be able to knock this out pretty quick, because this is typically what I use to knock out the seasons that they're putting out there now, which is pretty cool. Yeah, see, bam. And you'll level up. Level 10 is the max level, and I believe that's all it is. When I do the level up on the other side, it shows me where it'll go over that, but I'm not honestly sure if you can get above level 10 like when you're in the game mode. But that would be pretty cool, because then you can get another stat. Typically by the end of like the 50 stage dungeons, and even like the other ones they have that run a little different, you'll already be at the max level. So you would only have like another stage or two left in the game before you would be like at the boss anyways once you reach level 10. So it's not really too bad of a deal. But I've been playing the game for a while. Like, I don't like to do reviews on stuff if I haven't been actually playing something for a bit. So I've invested a pretty decent amount of time. Honestly, I've invested a little bit of money into it. But, I mean, I actually enjoy the game. And I've been playing it for a couple months now, trying to get to the top. And it's good, like, if you just got a couple minutes to burn even. Each match doesn't really take that long unless you're actually, like, trying to progress through a dungeon. Some of them I've seen to actually get to the end. Those have actually taken me a few days. And really what it comes down to is luck of the draw on what skills you're going to earn with your level up. And then, like you saw here, so at every 5 level, so like 5, 15, 25, you'll see that little dude. He's going to always offer you to heal, or he's going to offer you another minor stat to upgrade. So like a minor upgrade to your speed, a minor upgrade to your attack points, crit, anything like that. And that's basically what he's going to do. And you're going to have him at every 5 number. But, I mean, it's kind of you need it. And on these lower levels, you don't really need it too much. These little bosses are typically pretty easy too. Like I said, if you're just running through it to get kills on some opponents and all that, this is the way to go. So see here with the special reward, here's where you can watch an ad, 30-second ad like always, and it'll roll you for one of those. I don't really ever do it because I don't care about the gems that much. So see here, and each time you go up to a different dungeon, you'll get some new abilities. But those abilities, if you were to go progress backwards to a dungeon, just do what, like, say what I'm doing, you don't get to keep those abilities. So you will only get the abilities that you've earned from past dungeons before that and the dungeon that you're in. So there's some cool ones as you progress forward. You start being able to get better stats and options for like your pets, your whatever you want to call them. I call them my pets. They can get different stats, like how I have like diagonal arrows and 2 arrows in the front, yada yada. Like, they'll actually be able to get stats like those. And honestly, as you go up to those harder gyms, like, they come in handy. It's helped me a lot when you actually have your support team be able to do just as much as you do. So it actually is pretty cool. And I'm really interested to see what other stats come into play as I progress to the next dungeons and whatnot. So this dungeon is 50 levels. See, as you can see, we're already halfway through it, and I think we've actually only been in the game for a few minutes right now. It helps a lot because, like, these guys, they turn into, you know, a bunch of different smaller ones. They get faster. You know, we all know how that works out. And so you get a kill for each one of them that you kill. So when you're trying to do like the season pass, that really helps to add up there in the end. And I went back to level 1, and I went like level 3 and 4. And for my preference, this seems to be the best one to go to because this is the one where they have multiples, like with the spiders and the little skeleton heads and all that. They'll turn into smaller versions of themselves, and so that gives you a kill for each, like I was saying. But so my favorite combo is I like to get the piercing shot because the piercing shot goes right through them. Now, when I can, this is like my perfect set that I like, and when I can get it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's awesome. So I like to get the piercing shot with the bouncing walls, because with the bouncing walls, they will bounce off a wall. Like, I believe it's only one time. Might be like 1 or 2 times. So if you have the piercing shot and the bouncing wall, it will pierce through people. And if you line it up to where, like, you're pretty straight with them, it'll come back and it'll hit them for a second time. And if not, like, it'll bounce around a little bit. Hopefully it'll hit someone else. And another one I like to add to that is the rear arrow. So with the rear arrow, if you combine it with the other two, or at least the bouncing wall, it's going to bounce off the wall behind you, and it'll go straight basically to where it was going. So, you know, it'll still be a double hit, and the more arrows you have in the front, the better. Like that dude, like if you're playing, you don't have to really move around that much. You just go in that corner and he won't really hit you. I don't know if it'll be different, like if you're just starting out and you're running through the dungeon for the first few times, but that's what I've noticed if he doesn't. And most of these things, for some reason, can go through walls, and I don't really like that. That just seems kind of rude, because your arrows can't go through walls. You can get abilities to walk through walls and walk on water, but they come at a cost of your max health points. I don't really see the reason to have them, but then again, your play, your preference, you play however you want. I'm not your mom. I'm not here to tell you what to do. So, yeah, bouncing wall. So we'll go with this guy, get an HP boost. He raises your max HP. See, I like that. I wish I would have actually recorded the round before this one that I played, because I got all these stats basically prior. So I got bouncing shot, or bouncy fucking wall, and the piercing shot, and then I had like the side arrows, the diagonal arrows, the rear arrow, added another arrow in the front. Like, it worked out pretty good. And basically when you have that, you basically walk into the dungeon and you don't even have to move at that point. It also helps like that I have pretty high HP, so we get that too. So at the end of each game you get level up. Obviously, I'm not getting a lot of experience for this one, but, you know, that's because I'm already at a level 41. And so the thing is, it doesn't matter how far you get in this dungeon. Regardless of if you're an at-level dungeon for you, it doesn't matter how far you get. You could die on, like, the room 2. You're going to get the same experience as if you go to, like, room 49, or you beat the boss. So if you're trying to level up real quick, you can just go into that room, hold down the button so that you're not firing and not move. You can just let those dudes kill you, and then you're going to get out with the same amount of experience, and you can level up quicker that way. You'll still collect coin while you're doing it too, so it's not really that bad. Like, if I'm stuck on a dungeon and I need to level up quicker, I'll log on whenever my, you know, your plays are full, knock out 4 times, and then be on my way for the rest of my day, and come back when it's fully charged and do it again. And you'll be able to level up much quicker that way without going through all that frustration. But if you got the time, you need to collect the coins, sometimes you pick up some equipment and scrolls, you can go through that too. Like, that's what I do. I'm not always just over here trying to, like, loophole the system or whatnot. So this is my favorite. I like the bow. It was pretty cool to find out you could go to perfect epic, and I'm really hoping I can get there soon. But as you see, I don't have any others. I got like 2 greens, I think, down here. Nope, 2 grays, and then I do have my 2 blues, but I don't really have anything else. I've tried the other stuff. They're good. I mean, it's really how you want to play. Like, the blade comes with a low attack speed. I feel like the attack is probably higher, especially when you add plus 5%. But the scythe, that's pretty cool. But I just like the quick attack. The tornado, you're going to throw that and it's going to come back to you, so you have the option to maybe hit them twice. That's cool too, but I like the speed of the bow. Just like I kind of prefer the golden armor because it deals flame damage. But then you also have the phantom cloak, which freezes the enemies who hit you. So, like I said, it's really your preference on how you want to play it. And typically, once you spend a while leveling something up, so like when you fuse things together, you also aren't losing the levels and the money that you put into. So it'll either take what you've made to the level that you're already at, or it's going to refund you basically what you put into it. And it all depends on the system. Like, when it was lower levels, it would refund me the coin and the amount of scrolls I needed. And then when I got to the higher levels, it would just keep them at that level. So that's how up here, like my bear ring, It was at level 20 when I fused it with like 2 other level 1s, and it kept level 20 for me, and so I've been able to level it up instead of having to start all over, which I like about this game, is it kind of does work for you in a sense, and it's just not bad. Like, I saw it on an ad between games, and I was like, meh, it's one of those games it looks like I'll play for like 30 minutes and I'll be done with it. But I'm actually still playing it. I actually really like the game. Look, I've already got my free draw for my golden chest. And it sent me to the ad. It opened up Common Scythe. Pretty cool. Don't really need it. Don't have anything to fuse right now to show you guys again. Like I said, down here at the bottom is the materials you have. And when you level up, it's going to cost you coins as long as scrolls. Or also, I don't know how I was supposed to say that. Also scrolls. So check the game out, see what you like about it, see what you don't like about it, let me know, and from there, just go play what you want, because like I said, I'm not your mama. So I'll see you guys later. Ciao.